we've just got here and someone's crashed.
Already?
Literally, it is. Yeah, I feel for him. I think it's Nige, so yes. But what is it? 10 o'clock and we're in the Porsche car park.
Yes.
No joke.
Get some breakfast, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to eat. So let's go and eat. Boop, boop, boop.
So what's the update then?
It's literally a tiny little spill, but it's kissed the rear wheel, and because the hub is cast, it's broken the bottom of the hub.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it's a kiss. It's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not even the end plate. Look, the end plate's just taken away.
Yeah.
And then the same on the front, where it's kissed the splitter, where the splitter mounts up. Nigel's mounted it really well up onto the back carrier. It's tweaked the radiator bracket round and snapped the tab off the back of the radiator, and then obviously dumped all the coolant. So yeah, everything will feel it. Matt is pissed on you, mate. Watch. So you can see the little. It's literally a little bobbin that sits in two rubber mounts, and it's snapped it clean out. Look. Yeah. And then the tweak on the bottom is literally just snapped the bottom of the, snapped the toe arm. Can you see where the ball joint?
Anyway, let me take a couple of 18s.
It's just because it's cast.
Yeah.
With you, and then there's a ratchet one. Little ding on his wheel, look. So we're just pulling the arm off now. Nigel's going to have a little drive to Pergenbergen or wherever he's going.
Pergenbergen.
Because he's found one on eBay. The radiator we can get done locally because someone will weld it up. And then the boys will be out here in the rain till 1 in the morning putting it together.
Matt's like, pardon?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nige, you didn't book your trip through us, so we're not here. Yeah, so I'm dirty, Matt's dirty,
You marked it up.
Mitch is dirty, and Carl's gone. Hang on a minute, it's Thursday, Carl isn't working today.
Oh yeah.
He's a day off.
Where's Jordan when you need him? He'll sort that right out. Polish out that.
Shims,
That's a ding, isn't it?
bolts.
Yeah, so that is the two ridges of the Armco.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the third one there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Only a week old.
Hey, were they custom made, nice? Or are they off the shelf?
What's that?
Wheels.
They're custom offset, but
Okay.
they have them on the shelf. I could get one by next week if I needed one. You know, they're. Take this arm off. But I need to get this bolt off to get to this bottom spline bolt.
You got your camber washers as well. Should have one here, like.
Yeah, and there's one there.
And then your brackets.
So that's for that.
Right, put these down there.
That is that.
Alright. You got some plates. You got the inner and outer plates.
Yeah, I've left that one on
Right,
just for
okay.
the sake of it.
Okay.
You want to stick that back on, Nige?
Yeah, I will do. So the reason we've taken this off is we're not certain of the ball joint size, and there's two different sizes on the hubs. So we're going to take it off, measure the ball joint. So when I get the hub,
Yeah, you know it's right.
I know it's the right one. So I'll take this ball joint with me.
It's done the insert anyway, so you need an insert regardless.
All right. Well, is that not part of the hub?
Well, hopefully, that's what you need to make sure.
I think it looks up.
That's that one, Nige.
Ah, is it?
Let's see. No, it's in this, that bracket.
Oh, I've got, yeah, right, I've got it the wrong way around.
So, you want that one.
So normally I'm quite methodical when all my parts go as a disassembly. This is utter carnage. It's going to be the worst jigsaw puzzle ever when I come to put it back.
You've got a nut for it.
So is the problem we can't get this bolt off? Or will that come off?
At the minute,
we want to
grind through that, rip the ball joint unfortunately, because that
spline's buggered.
Ah, right,
That's
inside.
rounded, so it
Can't,
won't come
yeah.
off.
Okay, so we can't get that off.
So we kind of need to
Understood.
cut through that to then get.
Or unless you got a blowtorch quick, just get it hot and then put an impact gun on it. Might
Just
get them off.
spin though, won't it?
That's why we want to. If we chop through that, then we can softly grip on that, the actual ball joint
Yeah, the taper.
taper, and then get it hot.
So, the other reason we took this off is there was a concern that it could be cracked or damaged. I appreciate that's not a great inspection, but if I can't get a new lower arm, I'll run this one until I can get a replacement.
Yeah.
If there's any fractures or anything, I won't put it back on the car, but I think the rear hub, where it broke off the ball joint, took all the impact. Right, let me grind this off and then...
Get on the phone to the German guy.
Because
Appreciate
I
it.
don't see it, but.
No, thank you
But
very
yeah,
much
bring
indeed.
me, alright?
Well, I might do, but for the front end, I don't know how half of those go.
Yeah, it's
back
fine.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
You just went,
Yeah.
headlights out, oh, okay, right. Yeah.
Mate, this is just what we do all day fucking
I
long.
know, no, that's why I appreciate it when we try, I appreciate that, so thank you very much indeed.
Alright,
Right
Crack
then,
on.
let's know you
crack on, I'll let you know again.
Good luck, guys.
Shoot back out.
Give us an update then, Mitch. Where are we at?
So we just popped down to give Nige a little hand, just make sure all the front gets put back together. So we've got it back up and running. If you have a look at the rear hub, you can see that he's rebuilt that back up. So brakes are on,
Wow.
brake caliper,
Yeah.
the upright itself, drive shaft. So yeah, he's all good.
Good work.
Back axle's all up and running.
Yep.
And then on the front, literally just putting the shrouds on now. Not a bad job that, is it? Put around there.
Well,
and-
he welded, we got someone to weld it,
Yeah.
and then we've put some chemical metal over the top. Because you know what it's like, the problem with welding old cast is you can't always get the penetration that
Yeah.
you want. So we cleaned it up best we could, got it ticked, but just to be safe, we just put some liquid metal on top of
Yeah.
it and left that to set overnight.
Fair enough.
It'll be fine. Yeah. The weld was good, but for the sake of adding that, which
It's just more structural support, isn't it?
it just adds.
It just
doesn't
spread the load rather
It
than
doesn't
through
hurt,
the-
does it?
Yeah.
The only thing that I found a bit weird yesterday is the new hub that I got.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's different, and it's on a rear hub, but that looks different to. Well, I had to swap the wheel bearing carrier.
Are you sure it's not just where it was?
No, the splines, and it's got this collar here.
Yeah.
Those splines are different to the one that's on the rear seat, which is weird.
Sure, I think.
Anyway, but I swapped my
Yeah.
wheel bearing and it's fine.
Cool.
So yeah, at the moment just trying to get some heating to this. The way these work, they've got an electronic pump. So the pump starts spinning slowly at first, but as the engine gets warm, it goes faster and faster.
Yep.
But at the moment, it's just circulating slowly. We just need to get it warm by idling, just to get some heating and get the current moving around. Whilst I reassemble this, get the pumper back on, take it for a test drive, and
Off we
it's
go.
absolutely fine.
Happy days.
One of the benefits of this is everything bolts on. So anything that you break off is just bolted onto something else. It's not a fully welded chassis.
Yeah.
Everything's bolted. And it means things like this, even though nothing's broken, you just go in with a spanner and everything just undoes. It makes it a lot easier to do repairs like this, where on the Golf and other cars, you've got to remove things that sometimes are riveted on, you've got to drill the rivets out and things, where this it's not. And it's made this whole process a lot easier to be able to.
Well, let's face it, it wouldn't have been possible, would it, with a lot of cars?
Not really, no. And the good thing with these, these brackets that hold the radiator, they're metal brackets, but they've got a rubber bush in the middle, and that's what broke this pin.
Yeah.
But they just unbolt. It's not all plastic. And a lot of modern cars, they've all gone plastic now.
Yep.
And it just tracks everything, and that's it. You can't weld it up, you can't do anything with it. So it's given us a pretty good chance of being able to
fine
fix
chance.
this and get back on again. So.
Nathan was just saying he spotted that the front drive shafts are missing. So he said, yeah, on this one, he's obviously taken the prop shaft off, front diff,
Yep.
and the shafts. So he is real
He's
drive.
running rear-wheel drive, yeah.
Drive.
I've got a stupid question. What was the benefit of going to just rear-wheel drive?
There's a few. I was going to say, do you want to record, Duff? Go on, ask that again, Nathan.
Stupid question. What is the benefit of just going rear-wheel drive over the front?
On the Gen 1, I believe it's a Haldex centre diff, and the problem with that, there's no electronic control of it. It's mechanical. It's to do with the torque between the front and the rear. On the road, it's fine, but the problem when you get on track, you don't know when it's going to send drive to the front axle.
Okay.
So you'll turn into a corner. It'll be understeering. If you get drive going to the front axle, it'll tuck the nose in for you. If it decides it's not going to, you miss the apex. It keeps understeering, and it's inconsistency from lap to lap. So you don't know what it's going to do, and there's no easy way to say, right, lift off the throttle back on again, it will then send torque to the front. It doesn't work like that. So you take it off. It's 34 kilos for the prop, front diff and drive shaft, so that's less weight at the front. But then the front always does what you want. The steering's a little bit lighter, and it just feels better to drive on track.
So it's not Haldex on Gen 1. Haldex is Gen 2.
Okay.
But you've just got the four-wheel drive coupling and stuff. So in the diff, what we notice a lot of people is on the dyno, if they're not set up right, if you've not set the slip right between front and rear, then basically you'll cook the front diff.
Yep.
There's a coupling inside. So.
But is it mechanical that controls between the front and rear?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And it's that control that, as a driver, you have no input on.
Exactly.
It does what it thinks is right.
And it's not computerised or anything.
Exactly.
It's just load dependent. Which, if you're mid corner and you're going around a bump and that load all of a sudden changes, it's then going to upset the car.
Absolutely. And the whole point of on track, the better you get, or the more in tune with your car you get, you start feeling those little changes. You load the car up for a corner, you're set, you're going into the corner, but then it suddenly tucks the nose in, which then
on a track, you want to be able to make those decisions, not the car.
Exactly.
So it's predictable.
Yes. Do you have an impromptu question, but it seemed worth?
Always, definitely.
We've got to feed it because you haven't got the front undertray off the it.
No, let me lay down. Let me lay down. Hang on, I'm going to put this wire back with the clip's pushed off. You don't get clipped into it.
Yeah.
Does that go across? Yeah? Get like that? Yeah.
Somewhere pretty close. Have a look at your rubber. Another rubber in front.
I think that side's on. Yeah, that side's on. Lay down, have a look.
This corner. That get me somewhere close.
Yeah, somewhere close. What's it? Tight here. It'll be this rubber then. Oh, it's not. Has the foam dropped? No?
I mean, that is lined up at the top.
Ah, right, that's fine. Let's give it a good start then.
So these should be the ones with the step on them.
Yeah, I was just going to get them started and then go
Yeah.
around and... Well, I know Vicky gets quite upset if people put the wrong ones in the wrong place.
Oh yes.
This stepped one should be on the under tray, it doesn't go on the top. And...
So now literally just got a piece of trim to put back.
Pretty much.
Just refitting the inner arch trim.
Yeah.
Check inside as well. If that's that rubber, it's not in the best condition.
Yeah, I'd say worry about putting it on or.
No, not this morning. do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
just we'll do it later. Do it tomorrow.
That's it.
The all important jacking puck.
Yes.
Available on the REP website.
Available on the REP website.
What's this wet stuff doing?
I know.
I just put cup twos on, which are not ideal for the wet. But anyway, we will see. I have PS4 lessons if I need to.
That's always the worst bit, isn't it? Lifting the car up.
Well, it is on the
yeah.
gravel because the jack doesn't slide.
Pushes the weight over.
Yeah.
You're gonna get someone in the comments like, "Oh, you should have done it this way, man." Oh, you can't do that.
It's not designed to be a track car.
Yeah.
So I've taken it so far outside its envelope that it's making it tricky to drive. I've had quite experienced instructors jump in and say to me, I thought that was going to be a lot easier to drive. You make it look so easy. And yet I'm really struggling, and I've had quite a few. We look at the data at the end of the day, and they're 1-2 seconds off my pace. Now that's not because I'm a good driver, it's because I know the Golf so well that when I'm going into a corner and it slides, I'm already aware it's going to do that, and I don't correct. They correct it and lose speed.
So what's
So in this I don't have that.
yeah.
So in the R8 I don't have that yet. Not only we need a handbrake or something, don't we? Not only is it not a full-on track car and will never be, because I want to do road trips in it. Next week I'm going down to Italy for a week. It's 1,650 kilos with no passenger. The Golf's 1,000, so straight away your brakes are working harder, your tyres are working harder, everything gets hotter. But it's a mid-engine car and it's challenging, as I found out yesterday. And I can jump in the Golf and I can have a conversation like this as I'm driving. I was in the R8 yesterday, my son, it was at Spa, on Tuesday, my son was laughing, he said, "You can't talk and drive, what's wrong with you? You can always talk and drive, why can't you?" And it's because I was concentrating so much on what I was having to do that I lost that capacity for commentating as I was going as well. And that shows me that I'm not there with this car yet. I'm still learning this car and I'm still understanding what it's doing and how to drive around it.
Yeah.
So is that why you went to this sort of a not a new challenge, but
Exactly that.
yeah, to sort of keep it more exciting, essentially.
I could jump into an E92 M3 and go all right in it. I'm not saying I'm as quick as the guys who've driven them for years, but I've driven rear-wheel drive before. My son's got a E56 with an S54 in it. I can drive it, but I can't drive it to its limit. But I understand them more. A mid-engine car, I'm learning, and that's part of the challenge I want. And it's a V10 normally aspirated engine that revs to 8,500. What's not to like?
Yeah, 100%.
Rear wing. Apart from the fact it's a ridiculously big rear wing, the problem with most aftermarket wings on the R8 is the rear deck lid. If you look at the race cars, it's a polycarbonate one, and they have aero catchers, one here, and two at that side.
Yep.
So they just unhitch it and lift it off. If I try and open this now, you can't open the deck, and now I need this to be tool free. So if I'm on the track and I need to top up the oil or just check something, I don't have to go and run to get a spanner. So what I have under here is this pin and then this bolt here. And if you come around to this side, the rear one's a nylock, the front one is an R pin, an R clip.
Yep.
Take off the washer, push the pin out, and that's the pin. Do the same at this side without dropping the washer. And then these are just tight enough.
Oh, look at that.
The wing stays like that. And now I can open the tailgate and work on the boat.
What a neat solution.
All a neat solution, and what I also do is to change the wing angle of attack, and that's measured from this centre point of this front radius
Yep.
to this rear tip. That's that's an actual wing angle. People sometimes think it's that or this. It's from that point to the rear.
Yep.
The degrees don't really matter to me. Someone says, "Oh, you've got 6 degrees or 5." Don't know. What I want to do is adjust this to give the aero balance at higher speed. So that might be less wing, more wing. And the way that these mounts are designed is that each hole. So that lines up with this first hole now.
Yep.
If I lift the wing up, it's the next one.
Yep.
Then it's the next one. Then if I come up further, it's this one, and so on and so on. And if you go down, and you just get the angle that you want, and then put the pin in, and it's the same. And Audi have designed that. And I don't know if each one's half a degree or a degree, but what you see on the race cars is they'll have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they'll say, right, set the wing to number 4, and on both sides, just take the bolts out, make sure number 4 lines up, put the pin in, and that's your angle. So the degrees, they matter, but you don't need to know them.
Yep.
It's just a number. In effect, it's about getting the right setting for the balance that you want rather than it being a specific number.
Awesome stuff.
Okay, cool.
The full service here then.
That's it.
Full valet also.
I'm not sure about that. Jordan would be screaming at me.
He would be.
Just going to say you're going to put
That's the wrong towel!
And he'd be right.
He would be.
It is really the wrong towel. I have a microfiber towel. I would never use a normal towel.
Right, test drive time.
Test drive time. Let's hope there's something we haven't missed.
Tell you what, Dav, you do me a quick favour.
Yep.
You better hold on to them.
Oh God, yeah.
They're not allowed in a car with me.
Give them to Nath.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
In conclusion, don't crash up ring. It might ruin your days.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, that's it. Done. Thanks. No, it was for as bad as it went, it couldn't have gone any better.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash your car in the first hour of your track day, get it fixed, get out there and scare some people silly. Proper Pinder style. Yeah, no, it was good. I think he drove all over Germany to pick parts up.
He had a mission, didn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of people would just gone, well, that's going
No,
over.
I'm putting on a trailer and I'm going home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, he did well. I think he got a new hub. What else did he have to get? Was it a new hub and a new arm?
A new arm.
Yeah.
Get was it the rad welded up?
Yeah, he got a rad welded up.
Where was that?
I think he went to like a GT3 team he knows, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he got that sorted. But yeah, I mean, it was kisses, wasn't it? It was literally kisses.
But it was treacherous out there, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was, and he knows the place. I couldn't get over. He took me round afterwards, and I don't think we've got the onboard from when he took, or I think he might have the onboard when he took me round, and he's trying to show you the wet line. And where you cross the wet and the dry line, the car just moves around because the dry line's so greasy. So I've never ridden a circuit or driven a circuit in the wet on a bike. It's the same as the dry. Yeah. Because all the circuits over here are used, you might move a little bit around to find extra grip, but basically at the ring, it is opposite. You want to be a car's width off the apex in the wet. And I was like, yeah, sure, right, whatever. And it's massive, like massive. If you're, honestly, there was areas where he wasn't really accelerating hard. He'd cross the dry line and the whole car would get out of shape. So literally, if it's wet at the ring, don't go out. Simple as that.
Good advice.
Would we agree?
We won't hear that
He's
anyway.
a chaser, isn't he? So that's what he does. Puts his back bumper in a tyre wall and whinges.
That was Nathan, by the way, in the background.
Nathaniel, do you want to come and pop your head in and say hi? Not really.
Hello.
Hello.
You have no lines in this play. You don't drive proper cars.
And that's the end of that. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
So, to be fair, he had a top team to help him out.
He did. Yep.
Yeah.
I was amazing. No, everyone kind of mucked in. Carl was there for emotional support.
Yeah.
If you can find a clip in that video where Carl's holding a spanner, we'll give you a prize.
He did a lot of
He was literally,
standing around looking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mitch was a hero.
clearly.
Polishing the wing just answers it all for me. Fucking back bumpers hanging off, and Mitch is like... But no, it's good. We got it sorted. Tried to help.
Yeah, and also the fact that he went straight back out and straight back into
Just
it.
sent it.
Yeah,
What a lad.
yeah.
What a lad. Yeah. Everyone else would have been like, ooh, I might crash again. Not our Nige.
No,
Send mode. So yeah, it's good. It was a shame it was wet for the 2 days we were there, but woulda, coulda, shouldas.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You'd probably look at it the other side and go, if it was dry for 2 days, the Lambo would have come back on his roof. Because me have no chill button.
This is true, yeah. It was a good event though, wasn't it? Destination Nürburgring put on a proper event.
Yeah, it was seamless. Seamless?
Yeah,
Yeah, there was no problems. There was nothing apart from the M4 trying to mount the Golf on the one day.
yeah.
And they wrote 2 cars off. But even then, I think we only lost like the last 40 minutes or so, didn't we, on the first day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, we had a nice time, didn't we? It was a good laugh. Everyone got out. Everyone drove their cars. Yeah, only one person crashed.
Happy days.
Yeah. Who was in it when he crashed? Was it his lad? No, the link is Mitch had just filmed him going over the start-finish straight. There it is.
There he is, in fact. We just walked in.
There's the dark curse.
What have we done now?
Hey? You're like Voldemort's tattoo. Nothing, just saying about Nige's fix at the ring.
We're doing a conclusion to the ring video.
You were filming him and then he crashed.
Quite.
Well, it was your sunglasses at Coombe last year, so...
Yeah, there is that. No sunglasses were involved.
But no.
Right.
You'll see him next week, because this is Friday. Are we saying this Friday? This Friday.
Friday.
So he's down next week, strip his gearbox.
Is he?
Yes.
Cool.
So I think you're going to...
We'll get him on camera again.
Yeah, and he can look at you like this.
In his bobble hat and boiler suit.
Honestly, he looks like a farmer. Off down fields, get cows in. If you're watching this, Nige, hope you're laughing. If not, I won't see you next week.
Right.
And on that bombshell... Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. That's trademarked, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We met a client last week, didn't we? Who worked on Top Gear.
He was a producer.
Yeah, and said he watched Jeremy Clarkson hit that bloke.
Right.
There's the bombshell. Biggity boop.